outrageous! Who is the blind fool?
What in the world is that thing?
It is moving on its own! It is massive! Car by car! Link! Must be 100 feet long!
Why is the front smoking?
A smokestack on the front! Belching white smoke! Where are the horses? There are no horses. Did you look closely? Clearly I did! No horses under that thing at all! Just 2 iron rails on the ground. It runs the rails all by itself!
That beast is faster than a galloping horse.
I'm gonna blink. Look, all 8 Mancies, 1,000-mile. Steeds far behind. Your Majesty! What kind of monster is this? No horses. How does it move? This defies all reason. Monster. Look at that. Such country bumpkins. That is called a train. Burns coal. Runs on railway tracks. Moves itself on its own. A train. How much can it haul at once? 200 carts worth. 200! How long does it take? Well, from here to the city, just enough time to drink a cup of tea.
A cup of tea?
The carriage ride takes half a day! No wonder. Look at you two, jumping out of your skin. Capital folk, I take it? How'd you know? Every outsider who sees a train for the first time acts exactly like that. What number are you this year?
Your Majesty, how does Yunxi have something like this? Nothing like this exists anywhere in Dodging. Nothing.
Your Majesty, those concrete roads took 3 years in the Empire's full resources to lay. What an achievement that was!
Achievement.
Your Majesty?
You saw it yourself just now. Where were those railway tracks laid?
Wait, on the concrete road. Right.
3 years. The Empire's full strength, like concrete roads in Yunxi, turned them into a foundation for railway tracks. Alfred.
This humble servant is here 3 years ago. I came to see how this county survived. Now I want to see what Ethan has done.
Let's go in. Alfred, come here. Look at this. How much for the salt?
That is the clearance lot. Half a coin per pound. Buy 10, get 2 free.
Half a coin. 3 years ago it was 2. Why only half now?
Yep. Half price to clear stock. It'll go stale if I wait. Nobody wants this old salt anymore.
Old salt. It is fine and white. What makes it old?
Sir, where'd you crawl out from? This stuff's been around 2 years. So, what is everyone buying now?
What do they eat?
Enriched salt. Lord Shen had the physicians figure it out. Salt with a special additive. Prevents goiter. Kids grow stronger, too. 1 coin a bag. Pricier, sure. Every family buys it. Plain salt just tastes salty. Nothing more. Nobody wants it. Just takes up space. Half price to be rid of it.
The pride and joy. 2 coin salt I spread empire. Wide, thinking it a blessing. Here in Yunxi, gathering dust. Clearance junk. Too cheap to be worth the floor space. You.
Hey friend. Easy now. You know the salt. Look, you're from out of town. Plain white salt's still a treat where you are from? Yeah! I'll sell you a couple pounds cheap. Take it home for the family. Here in Yunxi, it is old news. Back in your neck of the woods, it is still a luxury, isn't it? Check this mirror. Not that side old model. Blurry. Try this side. New silver mirror. Crystal clear. 10 coins for that old glass? Still too much. This one's 50 and flying off the shelves.
50 coins. At the palace. That is a priceless treasure. Worth a fortune. Here in Yunxi, 10 coins is too much for it. Alfred, 3 full years I spent on this. Every resource the Empire had, Yunxi sold to every corner of the realm. I thought I'd bless the people, surpassed all who came before. But today I see it. 3 years of my life, and all I've caught up to is what Yunxi discarded 3 years ago. My entire empire has been trailing 1 county, 3 years behind Ethan. So, what has Lord Shen been building these past 3 years? Ethan never fails to surprise me. Alfred, let's go.
Find these country bumpkins. No taste at all. Fooled by cheap tricks. I don't buy it. Now watch this humble servant. Show them what is real!
Hey kid, take a look at this.
Look at what?
A rare western treasure. Hundreds of tiny gears. Moves on its own. Tells the time itself. Barely a handful exist. Bet you've never even heard of one.
Oh, a clock.
You know it?
Of course, tells the time, right? But mister, yours is tiny.
Tiny? This is the finest Western craftsmanship.
The clock tower in town is way bigger than that.
Clock tower?
Right in the city center, towering high. The whole town goes by it. When to start, when school ends, market hours, when gates close, to the minute.
1 clock for the whole town?
Of course, Lord Shen said. Everyone in town on the same time. Keeps things running smooth. Mister, is your watch broken?
Broken? Western shipped from afar? How could you break?
Then why is it wrong? This morning the tower struck 7:15. But yours only shows 6:15.
Maybe the bumpy road jostled it, and it ran fast.
No way. Set by the sun and stars. Never wrong. Your watch is off. That is off.
Kid, are you mocking me?
Come here, everyone! This man has a little watch that moves on its own. How cool is that? Whoa, it really moves and chimes the hour. How much is it?
It's a Western tribute piece for the capital's nobles. 1,000 gold couldn't buy one.
1,000 gold. That much. And it is not even accurate. It is a full half hour behind the clock tower. Hey, wasted a fortune on something that can't keep time. Head to Front Street. They sell Yunxi-made clocks there.
Yunxi makes its own clocks.
Sure do. Wall clocks, desk clocks, pocket watches too. All kinds. This one's 300 wen set by the clock tower. Dead accurate.
300 wen.
Mister, if they can't fix it, take it to the clock shop and swap it for a good one. Trade it for a good one. Mister, your watch loses half an hour every morning. By end of day, that is nearly 2 hours behind. Our clock tower stays true all year. Yours loses that much in a day. A few more days. Noon will show up as midnight. Mister, you really should get it fixed. Mister, don't feel bad. A self-winding pocket watch is already impressive where you are from. Come by the clock tower sometime. See what truly accurate looks like.
Put it away. Keep flashing that, and you'll lose more than just your pride. Oh, curious contraptions. Mere trifles. To govern an empire, you need this. How much for this one? Which one? That one.
3 wen each. Buy more, get a better deal. By the pound works too.
Classics. Sold by the pound.
We can print it. As much as you need. Passing through. We have a print shop. Cartloads printed daily. Leftovers pile up, sold by weight.
9, catches a bath, starting gun, science primer. 1 of each, please.
At your age, you should read the classics. Why are you buying math and farming books?
The classics? Finished those already.
Done already.
They taught us in school. Learning to build water wheels with Dad. No math, no science. Can't size the parts. Can't build it. Reciting classics won't help. Can't build a wheel. Can't keep accounts. What is the point?
The boys got it right. Lord Shen says, learning must be useful. Just quoting old texts gets you nowhere. Won't fill your belly either. Our bestsellers. Farming books first, math second, then craft manuals. The grand theory ones, though, nobody wants those. Sold by the pound.
What is this one?
Science. Why things work. Why water slows down. Why things fall down. How lift heavy loads with less effort. All in there, Lord Shen says. Master these principles, and you can build trains, cannons, and machines that move on their own.
Your Majesty, what are you?
Alfred, what would become of a child like that? Born in the capital.
The capital. Poor kids can't go to school. Most just follow their fathers, farming or laboring for life.
Yes, in my empire, he'd never touch a single book. But here, he studies things even I can't grasp. My empire, countless children like him. How many train builders have I buried in obscurity? Come! I want to see more of Yunxi and its people.
Move it! Coming through!
Oh! No! Foul monster. Your Majesty, just 2 wheels! How is it not falling? What else could it be but sorcery? Hey, you two, alright. First time seeing a bicycle. A bicycle! This thing's called a bicycle! 2 wheels and pedals. Pedal and go. Just 2 wheels, nothing on. How does it not fall? Once you are riding, it won't. Same as walking. Steady when moving. Stand still and you wobble. Let go of the handlebars and it still won't fall. So what?
That is my daughter rides. Past missing home.
Good heavens. My girl's only 8. Rides better than me. 8 years old. She sure does. Every family in Yunxi has work, market, deliveries. Just hop on and go. Who needs a horse?
Who made this thing?
Old Joe from the West Ironworks was a blacksmith. Got the idea to link two wheels, tinkered for months, and made this.
The blacksmith figured this out himself.
Early on, he fell off every other day. Old Joe wouldn't quit, kept reworking the chain, seat, handlebars, revised it a dozen times, smooth and fast. Nearby counties were placing orders. Old Joe's Ironworks is booming. Him?
Has he studied?
The free school reads and writes. Lord Shen always says, know your mouth, no science, and you can invent. If Old Joe couldn't read, how would he calculate the gear teeth and wheel size? He couldn't.
A blacksmith built this bicycle himself.
If you two are interested, chop up for them. 3 coins, guaranteed. You'll learn in 1 session. Half an hour covers all of Yunxi, every corner.
Alfred, you only see the bike. I see the blacksmith. Old Joe, in my eyes.
Old Joe.
People fed, free to think. Things are lifeless. The people who create them, they're what is alive. Let's go. I am more and more curious how Ethan turned a whole town into people like this. What is this?
A sewing machine. Press the pedal. The needle runs itself, fast and straight.
How many pieces a day?
I am on the slower side, around 100 pieces a day.
Right, about 100 pieces!
Hundreds of seamstresses in the palace. 1 imperial robe, months to embroider.
Yet one woman here turns out 100 a day. Who built this machine?
Lord Shen's workshop made it. Ours were modified by Master Zhou. Runs faster now. Ask him yourself.
Master, I hear you modified this machine. Needle kept breaking on thick cloth. Eased the tension here. Changed the feed.
No one bricks. Who taught you that? Anyone. Figured it myself. Oh, wonderful.
Spot what is off. See what is faster. Try it, it'll do it. Lord Shen always says, machines are fixed. People adapt. Give a man a machine. He'll make it better. That is real skill.
Master Zhou, 3 machines, materials, weightness, ball tally. Come check the books.
Young woman. Running the workshop accounts.
What do you mean? Do ledgers care if you are a man or woman?
A woman's place is in needlework and weaving.
Needlework? Every woman at those machines isn't got needlework. Just running a machine earns a few 100 coins a month. I run this workshop's books. I earn 3 times what they do. Not 75. My parents say I am the family's backbone. Sir, is that proper or not?
This girl. These accounts.
Alfred, I once thought Yunxi's strength came from one man.
It was all because of Ethan.
Was I wrong? Yes and no.
Ethan's greatness isn't just his own talent. He took everyone in this county, smith, farmers, machine workers, the machine workers, even this girl keeping the books, and made every one of them capable. One Ethan I can summon with a single edict. The whole county that can read, who dare to think and strive. Where in my empire do I find a whole city like that? Ethan, Your Excellency. At this hour,
east of town, in his fields, a magistrate out farming. An official with my boots, Lord Shen always says. An official who never gets mud on his boots forgets how the people live. He tends those acres himself. Best harvest, every year. Who said you could come in?
This humble commoner Ethan greets the passing traveler.
Ethan, I haven't seen you in 3 years. This Yunxi of yours, I almost didn't recognize it. Your Majesty flatters me.
Still, the people's lives have moved forward a little.
Ethan, let me ask you something. 3 years ago, I spread Yunxi's salt, iron, and fertilizer across the empire. I thought I could turn Dajing into a second Yunxi. I was wrong. I took your things. Yet in 3 years, you've leapt far ahead. Trades, lights, bicycles. None exist in my empire. I can't understand it. Same people, same 2 hands. Why can Yunxi alone build these? My whole empire cannot. How on earth did you shape an entire town of people like this?
Your Majesty,
Look at this seedling. It grows well. Is it because I have some magic touch?
Number.
The soil was tilled, fed, and watered. Rich soil. The seedling grows on its own. I have no power to make a single seedling. I cannot make a seedling grow into a great tree out of nothing. All I can do is remove the stones, weighing it down. If it water and soil, it lacks.
And the rest, it grows on its own.
People are the same, Your Majesty.
No one in this world is born worthless.
Yunxi's people, sire, are the Empire's people. Same minds, same hands. Only yours starve their whole lives, illiterate. Ground underfoot. Too exhausted to even lift their eyes.
And I fed them. Gave them literacy. Let them dare look up. And they became capable on their own.
Your Majesty, now you're asking the right question. Treasury, silver, cities and land, arms and vaults, none are the true foundation. People who are fed, who can read, who stand tall. They are.
Ethan, I came to see what new wonders you'd invented. Now I understand. What I truly need to bring back is not the train, not the lights, but 30 million fed. Read and stand tall. I want talent rising across my empire.
Your Majesty's resolve blesses the realm, but I must throw cold water on this.
Go on.
What you mean to do? Those who'd stop you won't be the common people. They'll be the ones who rule them, who live in luxury because the people stay crushed beneath their feet. Once they can read, gain skill, stand tall, they can't be controlled. To free the people is to tear out those men's roots. This fight is far harder than the one at Yunxi 3 years ago. Because this time, your enemy is not outside the walls. They sit in your throne hall.
No matter how hard, I'll have my people live as Yunxi does. That kind of life.
I'll await you in Yunxi, sire, waiting for you to plant this field across the whole empire.
By imperial decree, the heir decrees free schools shall be established across the empire. All children 6 or older, rich or poor alike, boy or girl, all may enroll. Tuition free. The court shall fund printing workshops to publish books. Book prices empire. Wide shall be set low by the crown, so even the poor can buy books. Afford books. Read books.
Starting next year, open examinations, regardless of birth, merit alone. Commoners, merchants, sons of craftsmen, all with true talent, may take the exam and serve. Your Majesty, I beg you, no! The lowborn are dull. They should know their place. Farmers farm, weavers weave. If all learn to read, learn reason and principle, they will grow restless and rebel. The sages said, the people can be led, but not made to understand. This is timeless. Way to govern the people. It must not be shaken. And books are vessels of the sages, sold by the pound to peddlers and porters, shared with the rabble. This is a disgrace to the scholarly class. And this meritocracy, Your Majesty, the court belongs to the nobility. The noble clans, to let yokels and merchants' sons stand beside us as equals! Where is the order? Where is the decorum? Where is the social order?
You all say,
Lowborn
will rebel once they're educated. I'd like to ask. I visited Yunxi. Every child there is in school, boys and girls alike, a farmer's son in patched clothes. Classics as a footstool, talking mathematics and science by your logic. Yunxi should have revolted, yet I saw with my own eyes. 3 years, no one starved, not a single thief. Doors left unlocked, they learned to read. Skill, built things my empire never could. No rebellion. They built the life could only dream of.
Your Majesty, Yunxi is a tiny place. Pure luck, nothing more. One county's exception cannot overturn 1,000 years of law. Luck, sheer luck. Your Majesty's been swayed by Ethan's heresy. Insolence!
Your Majesty wants every commoner to
read, write, and become
officials. This old minister dares to ask,
Your Majesty,
does Your Majesty know why this realm, why it has
enjoyed 1,000 years of peace? I am 73. 3 reigns, a lifetime of reading history.
This old minister speaks plainly. A realm that endures 1,000 years owes it to nothing else but the people's compliance. Yes, consider, sire, A peasant who can't read a single word, who only rises at dawn and rests at dusk. Grateful for each meal as imperial grace, tending his small plot. He lives out his days in quiet peace, content, unlettered, so he'll never thinks to ask, why not me? Why no schooling? He never asks why. Head down, working the land his whole life, looks up to give thanks. Multiply such subjects across the realm, and there is peace.
Would Cedric keep the people illiterate forever?
You overstate it. What I mean is, knowledge is the sharpest thing in this world, sharper than a blade. Once a man reads, reasons, and opens his eyes, he'll never be content. He'll think, we are all men. Why must I toil in dirt while he feasts in soup? He'll ask, who set the rules of this world? By what right? Once he thinks this way, Your Majesty, this realm will never know peace again. The people can be led, but not be
Enlightened.
the sage's words, bought in blood, hard won. Now would you hand books to every low-born wretch? Let all service officials. You are placing that sharpest blade directly into their hands. Sire. Grand Secretary Cedric speaks with great wisdom. A statesman's counsel.
What a fine speech that was. For the realm and dynasty, for lasting peace. Every word in loyal devotion.
But allow me to finish what Grand Secretary Cedric left unsaid.
Cedric said, the ignorant don't ask. Then why must I ask for them? Why should I? Cedric's clan has lived in luxury for generations, while farmers toil in the dirt, dying in the fields. Why is it that books? Cedric's heirs are born to them, while poor children can't get a single one. Why have court seats belonged to the Quas and Wangs for centuries? The Wangs cease, while the gifted poor can't even sit the exam. Cedric said, teaching the people to read is handing them a blade. But I heard something else entirely. What Cedric truly fears is not chaos. What he fears is this. Once the people read, once they understand, they'll see that your clan's centuries of learning, your bloodline, worthless. Once commoners can read, hold office themselves, you nobles, born lucky and nothing more, your days of riding on the people's backs are over. Your Majesty is wise. This old minister is old and confused. Since your Majesty has decided, this old minister dares not argue further. I take my leave.
1 month. How many free schools have opened?
Your Majesty, we're still preparing.
Still preparing. Not one in a whole month.
Your Majesty, please. Free schools, not funds required. That is a huge sum. The treasury's tight. To release so much at once, revenue can't cover it.
Treasury strained. Last year's surplus, 2 million taels.
I recall it is still in reserve.
That is reserved for flood emergencies. Hands off!
Your Majesty. Furthermore,
fund aimed by precedent. Revenue audits first. Files of report.
Cabinet signs off 3 officers review. Step by step. Process must be followed.
Releasing funds now breaks protocol. And if there is a shortfall, no one can bear the blame.
How long will it take? 6 months, at best.
A year or 2 at worst. Quite possible.
Your Majesty, there is one more problem. The state printing workshop was shut down just days ago.
Shut down! Who dared shut down my workshop?
The censor filed a memorial saying some mathematics and science books printed there were heretical, corrupting minds, a threat to public morals. Printing must halt, copy sealed, pending joint inspection by rights and the censorate. Only upon approval may it resume.
That inspection alone could take 3 to 5 months.
What do mathematics and science have to do with the classics?
Longing for those far away.
Your Majesty, please calm yourself. The sacred texts have their proper order. Printing these contraptions alongside the classics and selling them cheap. Scholars have long objected. The censors reporting on public sentiment is simply their duty.
Your Majesty, I too face a difficulty. Open exams. Merit-based selection is good, but the examiners for this new system, the teachers for the free schools, must be learned men. No.
Scholars who hear they must teach yokels
or compete with merchant sons.
all plead illness or retirement. My ministry can't find a single man to send.
Wallace, my ministers, you all face difficulties. Hammond cites the treasury, the censorate cites public morals, personnel cites teachers. All of it falls on me. It seems all your difficulties combined mean one thing. This edict of mine, not one word, will never get done.
We dare not!
Dare not. Huh. Dare not.
You dare plenty! No!
Distant skies, heavy hearts.
Your Majesty, what is to be done? You can't behead the entire court. They never said they'd refuse. They said procedures aren't in place, not within the rules.
Indeed. Not one of them defied the edict. They simply fed it into this 30-year-old machine and let the machine grind it to dust. Delay. Who owns this machine? Owns. From revenue personnel, censor it to the cabinet. How many at court aren't from noble houses? How many aren't Cedric's men? You mean even though Cedric has stepped down? This whole court, the day he left. He left so cleanly. I should have seen it. He had no need to fight me in open court. Every rule and procedure, this whole court is his blade.
Then what do we do?
3 years ago, wasn't Yunxi's county office. The same broken machine. Clerks dug in everywhere. A new magistrate. Couldn't move the office at all. Yet Ethan broke it open. My word. Urgent dispatch to Yunxi. I have one question for Ethan. That grinding, soul-crushing machine, how did he break it open?
Yes! Grand Secretary's in trouble. We're escaping from the palace. The Emperor summoned Ethan from Yunxi by urgent dispatch.
Summoned to the capital. Grand Secretary. Ethan is the Emperor's favorite. He is the root of these reforms. With the Emperor's backing, unstoppable. We've barely stalled the reforms. If he arrives, I fear all will be lost.
Calm down.
I've been waiting for him to come.
What do you meaning, Grand Secretary? My meaning is this.
Ethan is a snake in his own grass in Yunxi. But here, the people back him. His constables obey him. My reach cannot touch him there. But once he leaves Yunxi and enters the capital, he is a fish out of water, a tiger on open plains. This capital is my domain.
Brilliant, Grand Secretary.
But Ethan is the Emperor's chosen hero.
Deep in royal favor. On what grounds can we move against him?
What he has done in Yunxi is itself the perfect grounds. Think, a mere county magistrate, women in public managing affairs, a corruption of the social order, poisoning the people's minds, misleading the masses, defying ancestral law, destroying 1,000 years of order. He teaches yokels, natural, philosophy, mathematics, worthless trash, producing trains and cannons, unheard of demonic things, a scholar who won't teach loyalty and propriety, but fills their heads with curious contraptions instead. This is the work of a heretic, corrupting the masses. His intentions are sinister. 3 years in Yunxi, he has won all hearts. The people there know only Ethan, not the court. A man who commands the people, breaks the order, and builds firearms while lying dormant in a region. Should His Majesty sleep soundly. Masterful. Grand Secretary.
Each charge alone is a plain faff.
Together, that is open rebellion. At tomorrow's morning court, have our men lay out every one of these charges before His Majesty, one by one.
Your Majesty, I impeach Magistrate Ethan of Yunxi. He lets boys and girls study together. Merchants' sons sit beside the nobility. Corrupting social order. First charge. 1. He printed books on science and math, misleading the people, turning his subjects into profit chasers who neglect virtue and duty. Second charge. Ethan has ruled Yunxi 3 years, buying loyalty, the entire county. No, only not the Emperor. A minister entrenched in his domain. What is his aim? Third charge, privately manufacturing firearms. His intentions are treasonous. Ethan built weapons in secret. Those weapons were made 3 years ago to guard our borders. The Tiger Tally and orders are on record at the Ministry of War. You lie through your teeth. Your Majesty, please, defending the border was a merit. A merit, yes! But no, the threat spawned, yet a magistrate still holds workshops and craftsmen capable of making firearms. How does Your Majesty explain that? Your Majesty, we do not seek to condemn Ethan. We only fear for Your Majesty and the realm. Since Your Majesty has summoned Ethan, we ask that he face a joint trial by the 3 offices. Let him answer in court. Get to the truth. If he is innocent, his name will be clear. If he truly harbors sinister intent, better to act now.
We ask your majesty to submit Ethan to enjoy trial by the 3 offices.
Your Majesty, this joint trial you must refuse. Most of that panel are Cedric's men. Once Ethan's in...
And if I refuse? If I refuse, the court will say, I am surely a man who made illegal arms and misled the people. My reform to enlighten the people, from start to finish. I was a fool deceived by a heretic. Agree, and Ethan's in Cedric's trap. Refuse. And the reform gets branded as heresy.
You see it too. They haven't proven a single charge.
And they've already put Lord Shen over the fire.
Proof was never what they wanted. What they want is to cast suspicion on a loyal minister. Once the words sinister intent stick to him, even without hard proof, and both the people's trust and the throne itself will go cold against a man with no faults. The cruelest move is never to pin a crime on him. It cloaks him in doubt he can't shake off. Ethan, I rushed you here by urgent dispatch, hoping you'd break this deadlock. I never expected. That summons played right into Cedric's hands. I delivered you straight into the net he laid. Issue my edict. Ethan is to enter the capital under escort by my personal guard. No one is to touch a hair on his head. Cedric wants Ethan's head. Well, I want to see if that blade of his can actually cut.
Why should he? Why does his granary overflow while we go hungry? We go hungry! His Majesty said, appoint by merit! Are nobles born to rule over us? Why should heaven be born riding on our backs?
Your Majesty, something terrible has happened. Recently, West Market mob riot. They stormed the prefecture, looting and brawling. There were even deaths, Your Majesty!
The West Market riot left people dead! Your Majesty, listen to what they were shouting! Why should he be born above us? Are nobles and kings born not made? What is this? This is rebellion! This old minister warned you. But since your Majesty's universal schooling edict, appoint by merit, the low-born masses have all grown restless, unwilling to accept that they could rise above their masters.
Your Majesty,
Just look, one edict fairly out.
the ink.
Not yet dry, and already
The realm is in chaos!
this minister dares to ask, this mob crying, why should he be born above us? Who put those words in their heads?
A mob riot. Let the Ministry of Justice and the city prefect handle it. What does this have to do with my reforms?
How can it not, Your Majesty? We found books from the royal printing workshops in the ringleaders' homes. New science texts. And mathematics. And this, a rebel manifesto found on the rioters. It reads, all farmland shall be equally divided. The noble granaries shall be shared by all. Plain and simple, even the lowliest peddler can read it. Your Majesty, you gave them books, taught them to read. They read, they learned, and then wrote treasonous filth. Rioted, killed, burned. This is what enlightening the people brings. Your Majesty, rescind the new policies at once.
Punish Ethan as a warning to all. An example of him. Abolish universal law, Your Majesty.
Oh, Your Majesty, the people are in turmoil. Stop now, before it becomes a wildfire. These reforms must not continue. Not any further.
Please reconsider.
Ethan, magistrate of Yunxi, summoned to court by imperial decree. Awaiting audience.
A lifelong dream, now within reach.
This humble commoner, Ethan, greets Your Majesty. 2 lives were lost in the West Market riot.
Books printed by your Yunxi workshop were found on the rioters.
Found rebel texts inciting equal redistribution.
What do you have to say for yourself? Did I incite that riot? The rioters read my books, yet every lord here has read the Analects, and every traitor who ever toppled a dynasty was well read too. By that logic, should we burn the Analects? That pamphlet was written plain and simple, clearly following your method.
written for the lowborn to read, and that cry for equality. Clearly your heresy at work. The evidence is plain. You dare argue back. This riot case
shall be referred to a joint trial by the 3 judicial offices to uncover the truth. The Lord's reasoning is sound.
Huh?
Is it? New reforms suspended.
Blessings upon you.
Your Majesty, the hour is late.
It is late. Get some rest.
Dufu sang beneath the maple bridge moon.
Alfred, tell me, Cedric.
Could he possibly be right? Your Majesty!
I saw it in Yunxi. The people learned to read, gained real skills, made paradise of their lives.
I was so certain of it.
Was I so certain?
People are the foundation.
The people are the true foundation of this empire. But barely a month after my edict, 1 month, the capital saw deaths, granaries raided, men beaten to death, crowds crying out, our nobles born, not made. Could it be that I was wrong?
Could it be that the people are truly meant to live out their days in ignorance? Could it be that what I gave them was no way forward, but a push off a cliff?
Pushing this empire into chaos.
Ethan, Your Majesty, I need an honest answer. I was up all last night thinking.
What if we were both wrong? What if the people were never meant to be awakened?
What if awakening them only brings chaos? Your Majesty, do you remember when Yunxi first started changing 3 years back?
Back then, chaos too.
Yes.
When land was split, riots broke out. When workshops opened, they were smashed. When girls entered school, half the scholars blockaded the magistrate's gate
And cursed me.
3 days and
3 nights.
how many said the same as you do now,
That I was stirring rebellion.
that I had thrown Yunxi into disorder. But Your Majesty, is Yunxi in chaos now? Your Majesty, a stagnant pond has no ripples. You cast a stone into that still water. Ripples form, then waves, even stirring up the mud below.
That is not the water gone bad.
That is the water coming alive. Growing pains are not a sickness, they are new life. And if Your Majesty wavers now, not because the people will truly riot, but because someone has schemed to make Your Majesty see the people in chaos. Is that not so, sire? If you believe this, then this empire will never have a chance to rise again.
What if you do not? Then I'll stand with Your Majesty and strip away the truth beneath this staged riot, layer by layer, for all to see. Show them the truth. Reveal who truly wants the people to sleep forever.
How?
How do we expose it?
Don't guess. Patience, Your Majesty. This scheme was built on the claim that the people would riot. So the one to unmask it should be the people themselves.
The evidence is clear. Ethan, the West Market riot. I'll ask you once more. That riot, did you incite it? Speak the truth.
You saw witnesses and evidence. All here. I dare to ask that this court re-examine them, here and now.
Insolence! You are already charged!
Are you afraid too, my lord?
Afraid? Bring in the witnesses! It was a mob riot! Those rioters surrounded the prefect's hall, looting and smashing Ethan!
What do you say to that? This is iron proof.
My witness, sit here.
Not inside, outside. I ask that you open the court doors and let the people of West Market speak for themselves.
Oh, why people? My lord, this is bad!
Outside, hundreds out there! West Market residents! To testify for Lord Shen!
Rabble gathering to besiege the court! Disperse them, now! Don't you want the truth? My lord.
West Market's business.
West Market. People know best.
They came to testify. Yet you drive them away.
Do you want the truth? My lord?
Or do you fear it?
What? Open the door.
I want to hear what the people have to say.
My lord, the men who raided Qian's estate were not from West Market at all!
Nonsense! Then who are they?
Strangers, everyone. I've sold pancakes in West Market 20 years. I know every family here.
Every one of them! The men who led that raid breaking doors, stealing grain! I knew none of them!
All outsiders, strange faces, vicious, brutal, no farmers. More like hired thugs.
Yes, all strangers! I saw them too!
Just words!
You say they weren't locals?
Just take your word for it! I have proof, my lord. I work as a typesetter at the Royal Printing Workshop.
This so-called rebel manifesto was never printed by us! How dare you! Then prove it!
My lord, look at our type. Lord Shen brought new lead type from Yunxi. Clean, even strokes. Every character uniform, but this was carved from a woodblock.
Rude, carving at that!
Uneven strokes throughout. In this city, few private shops can carve such blocks and print this many copies. I ask the tribunal to trace that woodblock. Find which private shop printed that manifesto. And my lord, I have one more thing to say.
The night the Chen estate caught fire. Flames spreading toward homes next door. We West Market neighbors organized ourselves, hauling water, passing buckets. We put out that fire, kept it from the houses alongside. Led the rescue.
Those who held the chaos back were us, people who learned to read.
Who'd heard Lord Shen's teachings.
The ones who set fires and killed were those outside strangers.
Yet you pin all the blame on us. On Lord Shen. We read books, so we must be rebels. The ones who rioted that night were not us. We were the ones who risked our lives to stop it.
Your Majesty.
My beloved ministers, tell me. Educate the people, and they'll rebel. Now, let me tell you the truth.
Set fires and killed, hired illiterate thugs, hired thugs. Fought the fire, stopped the riot, stepped up, told the truth.
The people, educated, principled.
And my reforms.
Gave this empire
More people who hold firm in crisis.
The case against Ethan, no evidence found. He is acquitted. As for who is behind this riot, who hired the thugs, who printed the manifesto, who schemed to frame a loyal man, block the reforms, I will investigate fully!
Once the truth is clear.
Again, that rebel manifesto came from Wenyuan's studio, south of the city. The owner of Wenyuan's studio confessed yesterday.
The mob was hired from outside the city. 20 desperate men, 50 taels each to loot and ransack. And why did they target houses with people inside to set fires? Every detail was staged in advance. And behind Wenyuan's studio, the one who paid, Grand Secretary Cedric. Shall I finish that sentence for you?
by the road. I wished for a sage.
Your Majesty plays his hand so well. Cedric, after all this...
You dare smile!
Why shouldn't I smile?
You traced it to Wenyuan's studio, to those 20 hired men. And then what? Does your Majesty think I did all this for personal gain?
This old minister is shielding the Empire from disaster. Your Majesty, do you truly think I fear the people learning to read? What I fear is the loss of order.
This empire is a pyramid, each layer pressing down. Lords bow, lords over nobles, nobles over gentry, gentry over commoners, commoners over the serfs and drifters below. Hold it firm, and there is peace. Now, you'd let the lowest layer read, reason, and rise. You mean to overturn this pyramid? From the very bottom. The base shifts. Can those above still hold? Sire, you sit at the top. Are you so sure of your own seat?
Yes, this scheme was dirty. I own that. But I used one small crisis to make you stop in time before this becomes a chaos that topples the throne. I am protecting your crown, Your Majesty.
Well said, Grand Secretary. Beautifully put. Layer upon layer, pressed down tight, and all is peaceful. I have a question for you, Grand Secretary.
Those at the very top of this pyramid, draped in silk and jade, holding power of life and death, while those at the bottom toil in the dirt.
You call this order. I see only two words.
Exploitation.
You say you guard my throne.
But my visit to Yunxi made one thing clear. The throne was never upheld by your noble clans.
It rests on the millions of common people you grind beneath your feet.
When the people stand tall, the throne stands firm. When their backs are broken,
The throne will fall. You fear skilled conners
because they won't bow to you anymore. You never protected this empire.
You protected the Quakelands. Privilege to ride on the people's backs.
Your Majesty sees clearly. Since your Majesty has spoken so plainly, allow this old minister to be equally blunt.
You wish to challenge the nobility, but has your Majesty considered 30% of this court are from noble families, and another 40% are their protégés and former disciples.
The prefectures and counties, officials who get things done, those first in law and taxation, 8 out of 10 come from noble houses. Without us nobles, your Majesty, who collects your grain, judges, guards your borders.
I once believed governing this empire required men like you, noble families, born to rule. Indispensable. But old Joe, Yunxi's blacksmith, the girl who kept the books, the boy who set the type, they made it clear to me. There has never
Anyone born fit only to govern.
Nor.
Anyone born fit only to till the soil. You can govern, not because you were born noble.
For centuries, all learning in this empire, every path to office has been locked in your grip. Not a crack left for the common people. You've hoarded the words capable of governing for centuries. Today, I will pry that crack.
Why?
Open. Every child in this empire schooled, taught. I will see men of humble birth rise to office.
Sir.
One day, all can read, all can learn,
All can
serve all your noble clans.
even matter anymore. You threaten me with mass resignation today. Then I
Will fling the gates of talent wide open.
Let's see whether it is your aristocrats, your precious few, or the hundreds of millions of people standing tall who matter more.
Effective immediately.
Free schools, fixed book prices, merit appointments. State policy enshrined in the Dodging Code. No future heir may alter this. The West Market riot, the mastermind, shall be fully investigated. No mercy. You are.
Your Majesty, this old minister strongly objects.
If you insist on pushing this reckless policy, I'm Minister of Rights. I'll gladly give it up. This old minister will retire. We all resign. Withdraw the decree, or we go. We have no choice but to leave.
Granted. Reginald's retirement is approved.
As for the rest of you, anyone who wishes to leave may go.
Your Majesty, have you thought this through? Without these pillars of the court, the affairs of the realm.
Cedric.
You'll say without the great families, the empire cannot function. Am I right?
Secretary Joe, tell me this year's revenue and expenditure. The provincial tax ledgers. Did Minister Hammond tally them himself?
Or was it you secretaries who did the work?
Your Majesty, Minister Hammond oversees all of that, but the detailed accounting was handled by us.
Then let me ask you this.
If Hammond retired today, the ministry's books.
Still, run smoothly.
Your Majesty, yes, they would.
The books.
We run them daily.
Without
Any minister, we can still keep the accounts straight.
Did you hear that? You aristocratic ministers and grand secretaries sit at the top, holding the grandest titles, drawing the fast salaries.
Yet the real work of this empire, the books are kept by secretaries below.
Cases judged by magistrates below, the grain fought for by the clerks below. You just sit above them and claim the credit, taking the biggest cut.
You claim the empire cannot run without you. I tell you today,
Without you parasites living off others' work, this empire will run just fine. Perhaps even better. Because the ones who actually do the work are still here.
since the Minister of Rights has retired. Martin Zhou. Your ledgers have been clean and clear, diligent and capable. Promoted to Deputy Minister of Revenue. Effective now. Your servant. I thank your majesty for this great honor.
Your Majesty, please calm yourself.
Your Majesty, please.
Your Majesty, please calm yourself.
This old minister spoke rashly just now. I take back what I said. Old minister, I will serve your majesty's reforms with all I have.
We are ready to serve your majesty. We were foolish. Your majesty, forgive us. We were blind. Your majesty, please forgive us.
What are you talking about?
This old minister is too frail to serve your majesty. I beg leave to retire to my hometown.
Granted. Cedric, 3 reigns you have served. Go home and rest. As for the trap you set, the 2 lives lost. The law will handle it. The bookshop owner, those hired thugs, every official involved.
None will escape. But you, Cedric, I will not kill you. I want you to live and watch. As this empire grows 10,000 talents, your aristocracy spent generations crushing. Take your man, eating creed, and watch it buried in the ground. Let me be plain today. Crush the people, the empire weakens. Free the people, the empire thrives. From this day, Dajing will no longer feed parasites who only claim titles and take spoils.
Every soul willing to learn, to work, to strive has a path upward. I will root this empire's foundation back in every living, breathing common earth.
Long live His Majesty! Long live, long live!
Young man, this backwater place, you came yourself.
Did my edicts ever reach the ground, or just sink in the mud? No village like this exists. I had to see it with my own eyes.
Girls can go in too.
Yes, the teacher said everyone can.
Hold it tight. From today on, this book is yours.
Sir, is this book really mine?
Yours and theirs alike. In school.
It is really ours.
Papa Luck, the teacher gave me this. It is my book. I get to read too. Papa, what is wrong? Child, our family.
8 generations back, 8 generations of farmers. None could read. I always figured you'd end up illiterate too. I thought our family was just destined never to know letters. But I never imagined that illiteracy ends with you. That streak of illiteracy ends with you. 8 generations of our family. First one to ever read. Sir, look at that old man.
Alfred, did you see that? Cedric said books would throw the Empire into chaos. But here, I see a family, 8 generations illiterate, seeing the light for the very first time. Class is starting.
At first. Alligator.
Alfred, the year I took the throne, I've heard court praises. I heard the finest music in the land. None of it sounds as good as children reading in this village.
Why is the sky? Why is the sky blue?
The Yellow River floods yearly. The people of Yan'an suffer every year. I ask, how do we put an end to these floods?
Your Majesty, the river's flooding is a warning from heaven. Heaven sees as the people see, and the floods persist. This flood is heaven's rebuke to the ruler. The remedy, then, begins with virtue. Your Majesty must issue a self-reproach decree and pray to the river god. The river god, through the ruler's virtue, shall stir heaven appeased. Once appeased, then the rivers run clear, and the floods will cease.
That's a truly sage grasp of governance.
Virtue, rights.
To the river god. Well said. Now, let me ask you this. How long must I cultivate virtue before the river stops flooding? Once we pray, will the river not flood next year?
Heaven's will is beyond what your servant to fathom. So,
in other words, you have no idea either.
River control has ancient precedent. Your Majesty, it comes down to one thing. Build higher levees, higher and thicker. The river can't overflow. This method has served every dynasty.
Higher levees. Let me ask you this. The Yellow River runs thick with silt. The riverbed rises each year. You raise the levee 3 feet.
The bed
Silt up.
rises at 3 more feet per year.
Year after year it silts. The levee.
How high can it go?
Your Majesty, I have a plan. You, Linus, a tenant farmer's son. How you dare speak of river control before the throne? What does his birth have to do with it? Can a commoner's plan not work? Your Majesty, hear him out and judge for yourself. Your Majesty. My lords focus only on the water. I believe the Yellow River's root problem is not water. It is silt. The river carries silt down from upstream, rushing straight down. Current slows, the silt settles. The bed silts up year by year. The bed rises above banks. Floods break through every year, so raising levees alone is treating symptoms. My plan addresses the root. First, constrict to scour. Narrow the channel by force. The current speeds up, and fast water carries the silt straight out to sea. Silt won't settle. The bed stops rising on its own. Second, upstream. Soil consolidation. Where does the silt come from? Washed down from bare hillsides. Upstream. I urge plant trees and grass upstream, Your Majesty.
No need for the two of us to keep picking.
Tree and grass roots grip the soil tight. Rain can't wash it off. Far less silt reaches the river. Third, flood diversion downstream. Build diversion lakes in low-lying areas along the banks. When flood season brings high water into the lakes, once the season ends, release it slowly. Constrict, consolidate, divert. All 3 together. I pledge it on my life. 10 years, Your Majesty, a Yao River that never floods.
Constrict to scour. Constrict to scour. 10 years. A river that never floods. Linus, tell me, where did you learn all this? Who taught you? You, a tenant farmer's son.
Where did you learn that?
All this river science?
Your Majesty! Couldn't afford those cost the classics. What I read was, after the reforms, 3 coin-goved books, hydraulics, science, math. I worked the fields by day, studied by lamplight every night. 6 straight years!
6 full years, ministers.
Did you all hear that?
Winston Wong, Blue Blood, priceless books, prayed to river gods. That was all he had. And Linus, a farmer's son, cheap books, 3 coins apiece. Dares to pledge his life to give me a river that never floods.
I'd love to drag Cedric back from retirement and make him watch. He kept saying without the great families, nothing gets done. Now, my empire has produced a tenant farmer's son! A man those families trampled for generations. A yokel they wouldn't even let sit the exam.
I want to see
him. Winston Wong's head full of prayers and platitudes can hold back the river's floods. Or this yokel. Linus's plan, constrict to scour, can save the millions along those banks who suffer every year. Linus, I hereby name you this year's top scholar. Starting today, join the Ministry of Works, River Division. I grant you 10 years. Give this empire's people a river that never floods. This humble servant accepts. Thank you, Your Majesty!
My life, every skill I have, from this day on, belongs to this river, and to every soul living on its banks.
What is this?
Your Majesty, a spinning machine. One replaces 30 spinners.
30. The Yunxi one did 20. Your Majesty, this humble commoner.
This one's based on Yunxi's design. I added a few more gears. And it runs faster by a good bit.
Are you from Yunxi?
No, sir. From Shenzhou, Hebei. My father's a weaver. I attended a free school. picked up some science, and figured I'd make the Yunxi machine even faster.
And this one here, yours.
Your Majesty, kerosene lamps glow out of mines. On ships, night work is a problem. I cut hidden slots into the shade. Air flows in from the bottom and out the top. No wind can blow this flame out.
Oh. Girl knowing such things. How can a woman?
Sir, at our mine, half the accounts are kept by women. Half the lamps are lit by women. Does this lamp work? The women do.
Well said.
The one who uses a thing.
Your Majesty, built by craftsmen from Jiangyan. Twice the power of the Yunxi engine. They say if you mount it on the ship, it can sail upstream against the current. These craftsmen were also trained in Yunxi. Number. Local blacksmiths and carpenters from Jiangnan, Your Majesty. Now, there is more than one Yunxi. Jiangnan doesn't know of Yunxi. Hebei has a little Yunxi. Even the remote south has brilliant minds inventing things on their own. None of them ever set foot in Yunxi. They grew from our own empire's soil. Your Majesty, do you recall? 3 years ago, you lost sleep, trying to bring Yunxi's ideas to the rest of the empire. This humble servant thought then, if only we had 2 or 3 Yunxis in the world. But look now, 2 or 3, we're well past that. Yunxi is everywhere.
Alfred, the best thing I ever did was not spreading Yunxi's ways across the land, nor simply giving the people books. It was that I stopped treating them as livestock. I treated them as people. I simply removed their shackles. I only cleared the road before them. All these machines, all these brilliant souls, this Yunxi everywhere. They grew it themselves, Alfred. Tell me, does this empire still need an Ethan?
Your Majesty, no, not anymore. Ethans are growing everywhere now.
Ethan, the first night you showed me Yunxi lit up, I thought of my capital. When would my empire shine? Like this. Today, it does. I drilled armies, stockpiled grain, built walls, filled the treasury. I always believed that was strength. Then I came to Yunxi and found how wrong I was.
My granaries can't match 1 acre of your fields. My armies can't match your few cannons, my walls, my treasury.
Before your people's talent, all of it
means nothing.
I've always sought the true foundation of a nation. Is it grain? Is it armies? Silver? Territory? Ethan, tell me. What is the true foundation? Your Majesty, look at those lights. What do you think they are? Your Majesty. Look more closely. That free school light, a poor child touching a book for the first time. That workshop light, a craftsman who built his own machine. That heli lamp, a woman counting her extra wages. The foundation you sought all your life, not those plates. Each light matters with a soul. Beneath it is a living person. I understand. I see.
Now.
I spent my life building walls. Walls are
Dead things.
no people, just hollow tombs. I stockpiled grain my whole life. Grain is dead. None to grow, none to eat, just rot in a barn. I filled the treasury lifelong. That silver is dead, too.
Can't forge a train builder. Can't raise a river tamer.
Ethan.
The foundation I sought all my life.
Not in my treasury, not in my lands.
Not in my armies. It lives in each and every one of my people.
Yes.
Strong people, strong nation. Capable people, capable nation. When I treat each person as a person.
This empire truly comes alive. That your Majesty can say this is a blessing for all the people. The empire's rise today is your doing.
You taught me this truth. Your Majesty is wrong. I taught you nothing.
The classics bookseller who taught you. It was old Joe who built the bicycle, taught the bookkeeper. Who taught you? It was Linus, the river, who taught. It was the old farmer, watching his son Red, wept. The old farmer who taught you. I taught nothing.
I only led you before them.
And let you see them with your own eyes.
You never saw them. Not because they weren't there, but because
you sat too high above. Now, you've bent down and seen them. That is enough. Ethan, talent is growing everywhere in this empire. I no longer lack able men to govern. But I wish to name you Prime Minister. I need you by my side to govern this empire together and make it greater.
Your Majesty, these city lights, do they still need me to light them one by one?
No.
They don't.
Right now.
The lights shine on their own now.
Working hard to share the wooden pipa together.
So, Your Majesty, this, Minister,
I cannot take it.
Ethan!
How many men dream of that seat, second to none, above all others? I offer you Prime Minister seal.
And yet, you just refuse! Just like that.
Your Majesty, may I ask you something?
Why topple Cedric? Break centuries of noble rule. What was it all for?
So, this empire. No.
A few noble clans, so its foundation rests on the common people. If Your Majesty names me Prime Minister and lays the empire's burden on me alone, has it truly fallen to the people? Or only to me, Ethan, one single man?
Your Majesty, Cedric's clan was a pillar of this empire. You tore that rotten pillar down. But if you raise me up as a new one...
What makes me any different from Cedric?
Today it leans on me. This pillar. When I age, when I die, the pillar falls. Then who will hold it up? A nation that always needs one great man to hold it up is still a sick nation. A truly healthy empire needs no pillar at all. He should be like the crops that cover the land. If one stalk falls, 10, 100 more grow up beside it. Your Majesty, 5 years. Talent has risen across the empire. But this empire, it needs me as its pillar.
Indeed.
If I cling to this post and stay, I become an obstacle, blocking the countless new seedlings.
A stone. Ethan.
You compare my Prime Minister seal to a stone blocking the road.
And I find with sense.
What do you want? A royal title. 10,000 gold. Noble's mansion. Nothing.
Nothing at all!
I one request, Your Majesty.
Let me return to Yunxi to serve as its magistrate.
Magistrate? You could be Prime Minister, and you want to go back to being a 7th county magistrate.
Your Majesty, the freest I've ever felt in my life was not standing in this throne hall, rolling up my trousers, standing in Yunxi's rice fields, watching the seedlings grow inch by inch.
A Prime Minister sits at the highest seat of power,
overlooking all under heaven.
But I would rather stand on the field path,
closer to every common person.
Closer.
Even closer. If Your Majesty seeks the nation's roots, it lies on the field path, in the workshops, beneath the free school windows, among every living soul. Never at the highest seat of power. I learned this truth standing on the field path, and I wish to return there, hand guarded. Granted, I cannot keep you. This heart that longs to return to the fields. Ethan.
You showed me this, what truly grounds a nation. This vow I make on behalf of every soul who stands tall again.
To thank you, Your Majesty. Please guard them. The true foundation of this empire. I entrust them to you.
Go on then. You've said your piece. Rest now.
Lord Shen! I am almost through all the books at the free school!
When I grow up, I am going to build trains.
Traits.
Say,
Wants to go learn to build machines.
Says he wants to go learn to build machines, and my granddaughter's done even better. She is managing a workshop in town now. Makes more in a month than her own father.
Oh, and heard about the Yellow River up north.
A fellow named Linus tamed it a couple years back. No floods in 10 years!
That Linus, I hear he started out as nothing but a yokel himself.
Ethan, you're out here in disguise again, Your Majesty.
I came to see you and Yunxi.
Nothing to see.
Your Majesty's empire is Yunxi everywhere now. All along the way, I saw
Children studying.
craftsmen building, women working. 10 years, no floods on the Yellow River. My treasury is 3 times what it was. My realm is 10 times more stable than before. Ethan, 10 years I've pondered it. Today, I can answer you with confidence. That question you asked me at Wangjing Tower. What is the foundation of a nation?
I found it.
Not in my treasury. Not in my realm. Not in my history books. It is in the words of that old farmer I just met. In his grandson who wants to build machines. In his granddaughter who runs the workshop. In that yokel who tamed the Yellow River. It lives in every soul who stands tall and strides forward.
Does Your Majesty still remember this?
Do you remember what you once said? I do.
You once said you couldn't let it grow tall.
You simply moved the stone that was crushing it.
The rest, it grew on its own.
Your Majesty.
Now, the whole field has grown. Leaving now, does Your Majesty still need me to tend it? Let me keep guessing. A hero must never be caged.
Number.
This field knows how to grow on its own now?